welcome to another musical theatre video. Hope you're all well. This week's video, I'll be talking about some of my theatre stories, which are very interesting. I have been going to the theatre for many years, and I have many stories to tell. So, story 1. I went to see Waitress a few years ago, and when we were sitting in the audience before the show started, I looked up at the box on the left of me, and I thought, I recognise that person, and it was Giovanni, one of the professional dancers on Strictly Come Dancing. He's been on it for a few years now. And I thought, why is he here? And I put 2 and 2 together, and Ashley Roberts, who was in the Pussycat Dolls and now does Heart Radio Showbiz Gossip, she actually was playing one of the roles, and it was her last show. So he was watching her, because they were dating at the time, not now, but he was watching her with her mum and dad. So that was nice. He had a really nice coat on, and also some of the friends that I was with, they recognised someone at the back of us, and they were in a children's show that they saw a few years back, so they were famous too. And so my mum was trying to find Giovanni in the interval, but he went somewhere, probably backstage, and then come back for the next one. But that was really cool. We went to see Waitress. So story 2. So me and my mum went to see Megan Hilty, who is in Smash, the TV series over in America, and we were seeing her concert at Cadogan Hall in London, and we were seeing the evening performance. So she did an afternoon, and we were seeing the evening. And like we always do, we always get there a good hour and a half, 2 hours maybe early, and we were just scoping out the theatre, maybe going to go in a coffee shop, and all of a sudden we saw people queuing outside, and we're like, what's this? Are we allowed to go in already? Lovely, we'll queue and we'll have a drink inside. So we were queuing. I recognised someone who worked in Wicked, and then I was like, hang on, I recognise some ensemble people as well from another show, and I thought, hang on a minute, is this a meet and greet or something? So I just said to my mum, shh. So we went in and we showed them our evening ticket, and then we went into this little bar and everyone was chatting, not buying drinks. And then I looked forward, and then Megan Hilty's in this room, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we're gonna go meet her. This is a meet and greet that we shouldn't be in, but shh, I'm meeting her. And 2 people went, and then we were next in the queue, and it was like, oh my god, we have Primark bags, we do not look our best. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna meet her, I'm not prepared for this. We go in, and she was lovely, really nice, and we had a bit bonding session over Primark and a bit of Smash. We took a couple of photos, and then we went into the bar and had a drink in the end. But honestly, if you're in those situations, just shut up. If they say, oh no, you're not meant to be here, you'll be like, oh really, I'm really sorry, didn't realise. But just go for it. That's what I did, and I met Megan Hilty. My third story is I entered a competition with the Bristol Hippodrome, which is my local theatre, and this is to win 2 tickets to see Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, a musical, and that was in London. And you'd pick the coach up in the Bristol Hippodrome, they'd drive you, see the show, and drive you back. And you also get included drinks and snacks and a programme. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll apply for that, and I won it. And I never win anything, and it was really good. We got the train up to Bristol, and we had a free ride there and free ride back, and snacks and drinks and programmes, and so it was a really good day, and and it was free, and I won a competition. So I went to see Funny Girl with Sheridan Smith in a few years back, and everyone was saying Gabby, and I was like, yeah, that's my name. And this was while we're waiting to go and sit in our seats. All of a sudden I looked over, and it was Gabby Roslin, and she's presenter, and she was with her friends, and everyone was going, oh that's Gabby. And then some people would go up to her saying, you alright Gabby? And she's like, yeah, but she's with her friends, she just didn't really want to be noticed. Then she actually sat in the row behind us, and she loved the show, and she seemed nice, but I didn't say anything to her because I didn't really know her that well. But pretty cool. My fourth story is when I met one of the cast members in Miss Cyclone. So Alistair Brammer, he was playing Chris at the time, I saw Miss Cyclone in London, and I'd met him before. And then me and my mum thought, oh, we'd go around again and meet, some of the new cast and the old cast again. Why not? And I knew it was his birthday that day. Luckily, me and my mum escaped really early out of the audience queue when you're leaving, and we saw him go. And I was like, Alistair, happy birthday! Can we have a quick photo before you go? Because he was rushing to get home. He was like, yeah, sure. And that was really nice. And also, I met someone else who was playing the alternative engineer, and I guess not a lot of people knew that, but I did. Theatre geek I am, and I saw him at stage door, and I was like, oh, can I have a photo? And he was like, oh, no, I'm not. I was like, yeah, but you play the alternative engineer. And he's like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, can I have a photo? He was really surprised, because I guess people want the photo of the main person, who's in the roles most of the time. But yeah, if you do see someone that you recognise, just say well done or nice to meet you, or take a photo. You never know. Story 5. So Joe McElderry, you should know him from the X Factor he won a few years back. He does a lot of concerts, and there was a concert happened to be in Bristol Hippodrome, and he was there, and I saw some £20 tickets, and I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's go. And to be honest, I did judge him in X Factor. I didn't like him at all. So I was like, oh, let's see what he's like. This was a few years after X Factor. And he was amazing. If you could get to see him in concert, go. Honestly, I literally take everything back of what I said about him. He was brilliant. I did a version of Feeling Good. Oh, wow. Look up on YouTube. Brilliant man. And then after I saw him in Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat, and he was brilliant in that. And my last story is when I went to see The Sound of Music with a friend. This was a few years back in the Bristol Hippodrome. It was while it was on tour. And there wasn't a lot of people seeing this particular show. And we were right up in the gods. And all of a sudden they're like, oh no, because not a lot of people, you can go into the middle section if you like, the Grand Circle. And we're like, okay, brilliant. We had a brilliant view, and we would have paid a lot more money for those tickets if we wanted those seats. So yeah, I was really chuffed with that. You never know with the theatre. Sometimes it could be really busy, sometimes it can. Different shows, it's matinees don't seem to be as busy as evening. But on that day there wasn't a lot of people, so we got good seats. That's the end of my musical theatre video for today. I really hope I do have some more interesting stories that will happen in the future. Hopefully, I can go to theatres, hopefully soon. And we will see. But please like, comment, share. And if you've got any theatre stories, please let me know. I'd love to hear them. And I'll see you next week for another musical theatre video. Bye guys! Hello everybody, welcome to my musical theatre channel, Musical Gabby. And this week's video, I'll be talking about my musical box and what is inside of it. So, this musical box has all of my favourite merch inside of it. And for many